Hello, this is Rashida again for another recipe. This time is about the chocolate mirror glaze. I had over 100 comments on my website about this recipe, so I thought it's a good thing, it's a good idea to create a video to show all the steps. And this is how it looks like when you have a perfect chocolate glaze. It's shiny, it's perfect, it's beautiful, and people, they just go crazy over this. For this recipe, you need gelatin sheets. You can use gelatin powder. This one you can find it at Amazon.com. And then you need the water for the gelatin, cream, then water, then chocolate powder, then chocolate and sugar. All the details of this recipe are found at chefrashida.com site. Bloom the gelatin in a medium-sized bowl or container with a lot of cold water. Make sure the gelatin is covered with water. Let it sit for at least 10 minutes before using it. In a saucepan, mix the water with the cream, add the sugar, then the chocolate powder. I'm using a very high quality chocolate, which is French, called Varona. On a medium-high heat, bring the whole thing to a boil while stirring constantly. With a spatula or handheld mixer or even a whisk, keep stirring to make sure there is no dry ingredients. Add the solid chocolate to the pot. Stir constantly until it is completely melted. Then squeeze the excess of water from the Bloom gelatin. Then add it to the chocolate glaze and stir with a spatula or whisk, or even with handheld mixer. And that's it. The chocolate glaze now is ready. The temperature of the chocolate glaze is around 140 degrees. Tap the chocolate glaze pots slowly to remove any air bubbles. And using a glass container or plastic container, pass the mixture through a fine mesh. Place a piece of plastic wrap firmly against its surface so a layer of film does not form on the top of the glaze while it's cooling down. Then put the top and store it in the refrigerator or in the freezer until you're ready to use it. When you're ready, make sure your chocolate glaze is warm, around 105 to 110. If not, use a hot water bath to warm it up. Tap it to make sure there is no air bubble trapped in it, and stir it. I'm going to suggest you to use a silicone mold if you have one, just to do some testing, a trial, to make sure that you're happy with your chocolate glaze, it doesn't have any air bubbles. Then use it on a real cake. Normally I use the mirror chocolate glaze on the top of an entremet where the last layer is a chocolate ganache. This one has a milk chocolate ganache. The cake is completely frozen and then the surface is smooth, has no blemishes. Then I pour the chocolate glaze on it, which is around 105 and 110. And you really want to work fast because the chocolate glaze sits quite fast. Here I have another cake. The last, it's completely frozen The last layer is a dark chocolate ganache, and I'm going to pour the chocolate glaze on the top of it as fast as we can. A beautiful mirrored chocolate glaze. Make sure the last layer before you pour your chocolate glaze, it's a cream where you can smooth the surface, like chocolate ganache or buttercream. This one, the last layer before I pour the chocolate glaze, I have chocolate ganache. And by the way, check the link of the chocolate ganache recipe under the description of this video. So I have so many questions about how can I pour the chocolate glaze on my cake and drive a long distance somewhere to take that cake to my friends and family. The best way to do it is to do everything at home, finish the whole cake, pour your chocolate glaze on the cake. So what I will do, this is your cake, you put it on a base of a plastic box, and you just cover it, lock it, and you carry your cake completely frozen with your chocolate glaze on it to your friends or family. Then when it gets to the room temperature, this one was frozen a few minutes ago, it looks like this. It looks perfect, so that's not a problem. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Make sure you subscribe, you like it, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.